EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL. That was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And it knocked him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 26 and a first down.
These two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. On the give, this is Harris, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Burrow looking to pass. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Runs over it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ready? Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the curve,
On 2nd down now, it's Harris. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Harris. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. We're scoreless after one. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll go down at the 28. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They hand this off to Harris. And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Caught on a slant. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. First target, first catch, and a first down. Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yes, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
3 and 5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. It's certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here, because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5 and 5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3 and 6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Burrow. He's going to let it go again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he's got his target, Harris. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Again, it's Harris. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Flushed out right. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
7 yards, the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And that'll make it 13-7.
Makes the score Steelers 13, Bengals 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to peel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
This is Harris. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Flush to his right. And he's got it.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
What you call a rookie mistake. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, you know, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Deontay Harris. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 102 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run again with Harris. Oh, he bowls over it. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he'll take this forward to the 27.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Second and 12. They'll look to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against him a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Foyesade WK9 made the tackle there from his safety position. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Defense, let's go. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Ready?
He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Mike 27, Mike 27. Tackles, tackles. Hey, check Mike 27.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Open man completes it to Claypool. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On 1st down, it's Harris, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Alluding to and a big loss here as he's taken down.
But no takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Mike 27, Mike 27.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter.
So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match him touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw them.
Now Burrow loses the football.
Well, I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost. Chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
And he'll be out right at the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Burrow.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Has been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not all now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. I'm coming after you. I'm acting 60. Mike 27. Mike 27. Mike 27.
They'll set up a throw. Washington's got it. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Oh, my goodness.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. This is intercepted. Picked up by a Keller Witherspoon.
Pick 6, baby. Let's get this.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson with a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point. That makes this a 9-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who's going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. To the right side and complete to Hurst.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
65 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Now Joe Mixon, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time. All right, it's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They'll look to throw here.
Quick completion here to Johnson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll run on first down. Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
136 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
54, right there, 54, Mike. Here we go, G.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They look like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check, 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 check.
They're going to look to throw. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. And the knee is just taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was